Good evening.
Everywhere I go on this island, it seems to me I find degeneracy.
Watch a few movies, take a few notes. See, it's a lot scarier when there's no motive, Sid.
We have a bargain.
Watch a few movies, take a few notes.
Do you feel the pain? Well, see, pain, I can assure you, will be exquisite.
Watch a few movies, take a few notes.
His entire work consists of violence, all the time, obsessed with the issue of violence. Mayhem, gouging out of eyes, autopsies on the stage.
Come. It is time to keep your appointment.
Good evening, everyone. Double Feature Horror Show episode 225, discussing the weirdest, most surreal, chaotic 70s horror that I've ever seen at your request. And my goodness, I'm glad you requested it. This was a treat. Folks, we're covering Messiah of Evil tonight. I hope you are well. I knew we'd go into a weird place or two with this series where we're looking at the 1970s obscure horror oddities, but oh my goodness. Thank you so much for pointing me towards this. It's been an experience. Before we get much further in, apologies for being slightly late. NordVPN, I don't know what's going on. It's just kicking and resetting over and over and over again. So that's what delayed me, but don't you worry about that. Very, very thankfully, we've been kicked off with the old supers by Distant Night, who's dropped 5 Aussie dollary dues, quoting the film saying, "You've been having a bad dream. Come on, get in." Excellent. Yes, I see a fan. I see a fan of Messiah of Evil is in the house. I think we're going to have split scores tonight. And better, even wishing me good luck and trying to fend off the horrors of NordVPN crashing. Thank you so much, Distant Night, saying, "Begone foul internet demons. The power of DK compounds you." Well, good to know that I've got Donkey Kong on my side. That is much appreciated, Distant Night. Thank you very much for the support. If you want to be cool and support the channel like Distant Night, you can do that via Super Chats, as you can see. You can also support us by signing up for a membership here or on Subscribestar, possibly the earliest I've done the shill in this stream's history. That is much appreciated. You know, if you join as a member, I get to reward you. I can do a request. You can vote on the arc we cover, such as maybe securing the Schlock arc for next month.
Do it.
We're gonna have to do it. You know,
secure it. I have the greatest film for Schlock. It's crap, but it does have tiny moments. Please vote for Schlock. I normally joke around about democracy being awesome, but seriously, this time let's do democracy right. Vote for Schlock.
There you go. You got an appeal from the man himself. If you want to be with him, baby, there's a price to pay. He's a genie in the bottle. You got to rub him the right way. It's TCG.
Hello, everyone. And given the fact that you were very tardy tonight, I think it's appropriate, as along with the avatar that I've got on tonight, to say, "Kept you waiting, huh?"
Excellent. You're a busy lad tonight, aren't you, TCG?
Very busy here. Yes. Tonight I actually did a whole day's work, did a little bit of overtime for testing. Then I'm here now with you and you lovely lot in the chat for what is set to be an interesting, as always, horror stream. And then about half an hour after we finish, we're going to be going over to my gaming channel, TCG's Gaming Emporium, where we'll be doing a short but hopefully fun fourth stream of Beauty and the Beast, Metal Gear Solid 4.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, well, it's to do. Well, I tell you why. It's what I've titled the stream, because the bad guys or the boss levels in Metal Gear Solid 4, they're referred to as Beauty and the Beast. You know, they've got this hideous creature, monster things that attack you, and then underneath is a rather attractive lady. So and we're actually going to go into doing the first boss battle tonight.
All right, fantastic. Well, there you go, folks. So we'll probably finish around 9:30, and then you've got a little break, and then follow on over to TCG. If you're not subscribed to TCG's Gaming Emporium, fix that, resolve it now. What are you waiting for?
I know, like, come on. We did actually get 2 subscribers last week off the back of it, which I'm very, very grateful for. So we went up to 219. But then YouTube had its little moment and thought, you're growing your channel's growing, is it? Is it? No. So I'm back down to 218. So I'm going to drop a link in here. Look, watch it, don't watch it, don't care. But I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers, and it would really, really help. TCG giving off Robin Leach vibes. Have no idea who that is, but if I'm going to take that as an insult, which I can.
Do you know who?
Which I love.
Chael Sonnen is.
Who?
Chael Sonnen.
Oh, Chael Sonnen. Yeah, I know who Chael Sonnen is.
Oh, good. So that was flowing around. I haven't got a clue. I mean, I could Google it.
Yeah, I see it.
You're here, TCG.
I do. Yeah.
TCG will. Do I have the person being referred to? I don't know if I do. I've got the bit of extremely dodgy totty.
I like it.
I mean, what? I don't know what was going on in the scene, man.
I'm trying to think.
I was unsettled.
Brazil.
It's the very start of the film.
Right.
Really hitting you with the zero context kill. It's quite masterful, but very unsettling.
Oh, okay, look, if you don't like, sorry, if you don't know who Chael Sonnen is, I'm going to give you a quote.
Oh
from
yeah,
him
help me out.
Very quickly. So he was. This is in relation to one of his opponents. Oh my god, what was his name? Well, he was basically going to Brazil to fight, and he said, "I was in Las Vegas when the Nogueira brothers first touched down in America. There was a bus. This is a true story. There was a bus that pulled up to a red light." And Little Nog tried to feed it a carrot while Big Nog was petting it. He thought it was a horse. This really happened. He's brilliant. All our careers end the same, face down and embarrassed. My favorite was when he fought Anderson Silva, right? And he was winning. He was winning for all 4 rounds. He was winning, and then in the last round, he got put in a choke. I think it was a triangle choke, and he ended up tapping out. And after that, he was absolutely like adamant. Obviously kayfabe, but he was like, "I thought if you tapped out, you lost the round. Come to find out, you actually lose the fight." It's so brilliant. He always referred to himself as undefeated, but.
Sounds like a fun guy.
Honestly, just look up Chael Sonnen quotes on YouTube. It's so funny. The guy just basically built his career off aura. You know, he was very mid in terms of his sort of like when you compare him to other sort of like elite fighters. But the guy, man, he got some of the biggest fights of his career just purely because he sold tickets just from his ability to shit talk on the mic. He would have made a great professional wrestler.
Yeah,
he would have made a great professional
promo cutting.
The promos, man. Yeah, the promos were just brilliant on another level.
Fab. Well, now we know. He looks like Chael Sonnen, but in real life, people will kill me if I don't point it out. He's actually played in the prologue by Walter Hill. I don't actually have a screen cap of him. I suppose I could get one, but it's a very minor aspect. But something quite informative of this film, because many of the people in it are basically crew members, friends of the filmmakers, filling in. There were budget and production problems, and you got people to hand, get them to fill in. So Walter Hill, later famous director, filled in on that one. Yeah, quite baffling for me. But if you're wondering what he did, you know him from probably The Driver, 48 Hours, The Warriors. Okay. That's him.
Okay.
Also, a few Tales from the Crypt episodes for any fans of that. mean, I know a little bit of an interest for this channel, but yes, kind of everyone did Tales from the Crypt. Tom Cruise did Tales from the Crypt, you know.
I did. Oh wow, I didn't know that. Can I just say as well? Can I just say you've just from this still alone, because of the distance and the blurriness, that woman kind of looks like Brett Cooper. Do you know who that is?
Is she the newscaster who looks a bit too much like Ben Shapiro?
That's the one.
Really get into it. That's
the one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know her. Is that the description to do?
It's like Ben Shapiro did that. Was that app that turns you into a woman? And it actually just came to life. Yeah, that's Brett Cooper. She was an actress, funnily enough. So, you know, bit too early in the day, unless she's just very, very looks very, very good for her age. Maybe she's, you know, I don't know. But yeah.
I would be careful complimenting this actress. It's a bit risky. Risky in this one.
Why?
I think she's meant to be a kid, like, isn't she?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not talking like that. Because what is it? 1974, wasn't it? This film came out.
I mean, she's probably legal now. I'm just saying.
No, oh my God, no, I'm not. I'm not. Get your mind out of the gutter, you filthy heathen. It's like a 52-year-old film. I'm saying Brett Cooper's in her 50s at least. No, probably 60s if she's supposed to be like a 15, 16-year-old. Oh my God, this stream's gone down.
You know who's going to rescue it? You know who's going to rescue it? Coming here, running in with a chair.
Go on.
After weeks of absence, it's only your boy Murgoot.
Months? Murgoot? It's more like months. Where have you been?
Deprived.
It's been a wild 6 weeks, let me tell you. Between birthdays, funerals,
the Will Stansel dungeon.
Will Stansel wrangling.
Yeah.
How is Will, by the way?
Something about having an injury on my leg and getting a staph infection, being laid up for 10 days. Yeah. It's been loads of fun.
And how's Will? Can he finally sit down without the ring now?
I can't say what I did to him on YouTube. However, let's just say it figures a baseball bat somewhere along the line.
Was there a boombox in the corner of the room with a cassette in it that had like an hour-long monologue of you just describing everything that you were going to do over the next few weeks?
Is Grok writing these streams for us? Anyway, poor Murgoot being hit with a weird fanfic that developed.
Okay, I missed everything. So yeah, it's been wild.
I wouldn't advise catching up.
I was going to say, I imagine the lead line dungeon that you were keeping Will in probably didn't have good Wi-Fi strength. So I can understand why you've been a bit off the grid lately.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, Murgoot, what a film to return to.
Oh yeah, 70s schlock, gotta love it.
Yeah, a first time. Something tells me you've seen this one before.
No, I missed this one the first time. This was fresh for me. I hadn't even heard of it. And I walked into it blind, and my God, I walked into it blind.
Did you wish you'd stayed blind by the end?
No, actually, I have a lot of criticism, but I do like me some 60s and 70s schlock. It's not as good as Ed Wood as schlock goes, but it's a good bit of schlock.
Oh yes indeed. And I suppose, I mean, this is the obscure 1970s horror arc. You know, if we've all seen it, you know, we haven't tried hard enough. So, but I will check just in case. TCG, first time?
I've seen this about 17 times.
Damn it.
No, I haven't.
Schooled.
Not 16, not 14, not 12. I haven't seen it at all. Never. First watch, I have to say.
Yeah, I'd never seen it either. Okay, we're all in good company, but let me tell you, fans of the channel members requested this in particular. So But you know what? I see why. I think this is an absolute gem. I mean, we'll move on a little bit, but just already, I'll just shift us onto. I'll shift us onto some. Maybe let's. I'll just adjust that for you. So I've got a different size screen caps, but I will once again thank Distant Night, who, on a particularly busy day, saved so much work by doing all the screen caps. What an absolute legend! Not only a channel member and a super chatter extraordinaire, but also did the screen caps. I'm being spoiled, so I want to thank him very much. You'll see an inordinate number of screen caps today because this is just a gorgeous film, and I felt bad leaving any of them out. These are just. I'm seeing appreciation for Ed Wood. I agree, Dylan Roth. I love the Ed Wood biopic. I unironically love that so much. It's it's a joy. Number of times I've seen that movie. Absolute wonder. Poor wife who occasionally gets hit with hunted, despised, treated like an animal, etc. I just go into that monologue. Anyway, I'll move us on before I start Edward posting too much. Right, in short, little intro, Messiah of Evil. What is this? Extremely overlooked, later to deservedly gain an extremely appreciative cult following. It was a chaotic production from what I can tell from pretty junior filmmakers, one of whom is of particular interest to us. We'll get to him in a bit. But this was produced on a very low budget, and mixed accounts on whether the filming was even finished. So choose who you believe on that one. In some explanations, quite a lot of it was just never got round to being filmed before the money ran out. I find that fairly persuasive. But its advanced style sort of defies what people were looking for, and I think it sort of struggled. So it goes through a really extreme version of what is a little bit standard for the schlockier end of low-budget 70s. You know, you put the film out, maybe it dies a bit. Okay, you sell the rights, rename it, put it out again, same damn movie. You'd be surprised how much they could do that. Murgoot, kids today, they don't know.
No, they don't. Especially schlocky B and Z grade movies. They did it all the time, 50s, 60s, 70s, even a couple of 80s flicks, but people had gotten wise to it by that time.
Yeah. People, you know, they didn't have the big video collections. It wasn't easy to track down. You'd see, what's in the cinema. It's well, in this case, it could be what did it go as? Dead People. Dead People was one of them. Night of the Damned, Return of the Living Dead before Rick Rubenstein got there.
Ooh.
I will. Some people watching this channel will find that particularly amusing that it was called Return of the Living Dead, because Return of the Living Dead was the subject of a lawsuit over the name. So it's kind of funny that someone also got in there and used that exact name, but maybe it's only me who finds that amusing. So yeah, you could rock up, see, hey, I want to see Dead People. That sounds great. And then, I didn't like that. Well, and a few years later, Messiah of Evil rocks up and you're like, oh, brilliant. It's the same movie. Yeah, you'd be amazed how much that happened. Or even just was it the old Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 trick?
Mm-hmm.
Just the whole film just chopped up. The state of it. Anyway. All right, so slightly chaotic production. Interesting writers. We got husband and wife team, who I'm going to have a hard time pronouncing. Gloria Katz and William Hoyk. In case you're wondering, yes. And they cameoed in as well. I mean, it's not just Walter Hill. They cameoed in. There's Gloria. Like Gloria, can we see her nicely there? Has that shown up?
We can see her, yep.
Yeah, that's Gloria as the zombie in the ticket booth. Bless her heart. I found it really weird that the people who made this film went and wrote Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Does that seem weird to you?
No, shut up. Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'll
So
take you back
weird.
to the poster, right? Where's that poster? Got it. Messiah of Evil from the makers of American Graffiti. So they got in
They
on
invented
that.
American graffiti, did they? We
Yeah,
made graffiti in America. It's ours.
why am I
George
blanking on his name?
Lucas
Thank
opus
you.
of the 50s, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I think it's because of that they got in on that with Lucas. They clearly liked working with them, so he got them back in for Howard the Duck, and then for Indiana Jones. Hey, you're never safe
that's a
from a Howard the Duck
masterpiece.
reference. You never know.
The dude holding the
let your
knife
guard
kind of
down.
looks like a bit like Tony Blair.
I see it.
Yeah.
I also
There's
think
a-
like they don't. It's really hard to think if they are any particular characters. Like obviously, the woman with bleeding eyes, Mariana Hill, but I think they're just sort of random goons. It's a weird
Yeah.
look. It's a weird poster. Yeah.
Almost as weird as that albino geezer they cast for this film.
Oh, hang on. I've
Oh,
got
yeah.
you, boy.
The
I've got you, boy,
cross-eyed
right here.
albino. Yeah.
Yep.
He was the creepiest zombie of them all. Just because beach rats. What do you do with beach rats? I eat them. Nah, 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 nah.
I've got another. Would you like one?
Loved it.
I don't know. What was he actually a zombie? I don't know.
Yes, he was.
Was he?
He
Yeah,
was
I
in
mean,
the theater.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
zombie is a is a weird term for this, isn't it?
Yeah. Did anyone
Halfway in between zombie and vampire?
Well, I was going to say, did anybody get like Lovecraftian vibes from this film?
100%.
Staring into the
Yep.
sea,
Yeah.
they turn into something unthinkable and watch
Yeah.
the sea and wait for the sea to call them. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
They kind of kitchen sinked it.
They did kind of, didn't they? Yeah, there was quite a few. Like I felt like there was going to be like the zombie element. I wasn't thinking so much vampires, but more like Wendigo, the whole cannibalism, like turning you into something that turning you into that less human. I was getting those vibes. But yeah, 100% Lovecraftian.
100%,
without a shadow of doubt.
Yeah.
Taking John Holmes, that's a blast for
there was
Dylan.
Was it Salem? No, I saw a sign that said Salem at one point. It was like on a box or something, which I thought, oh, that's quite interesting. I don't know if that was in reference to anything, like an Easter egg to something. And they mentioned Ludlow.
Salem's Lot was
Stephen King, wasn't
written
it?
and then made into a movie later than this.
Yeah. But there was a thing.
But the effects of them jumping through the cathedral windows, yeah, that has the filmmaker who made Salem's Lot. I could see them grabbing that shot because it was effective.
Right.
I think I have it here for you. Oh no, do I? Got him.
That's the skylight. I'm talking about the cathedral windows.
Oh, apologies. But
I thought you were talking about this one. To be fair, Murgoot. This was I like this. I did like this.
Although you could tell a lot of them were rubber dolls because they bounced off the wall and just flopped.
Hey, look, they didn't have a high budget in this film,
No.
I love how you say that and you just scream back to this guy.
This guy, genuinely unsettling. I didn't know where this guy was going, and the fact there is an uncanniness to him, and I use that in the specifically like academic uncanny sense of you're looking at him, and there's just, it takes you a while to. It's how can I say, with no ill intent to the chap, your brain is saying there's something wrong there, and it takes you a while to work out what's going on, which is just he's just an albino guy, but it just throws you off, and his manner of speech and behavior just makes it all seem very sort of off.
Very uncanny valley.
Very uncanny valley. Yeah, it's a weird performance, and at the same time, we've got all these elements that fit like just a classic schlock movie, but there's something else going on in this. That they are doing something more than that, and one of the keys to that, I don't know if anyone picked it up. Did you notice very early on, one of the producers was a chap called Jack Fisk?
No.
No.
Okay. I'm leaving it a while down. I'm interested if chat picked it up on it. I mean, I have particular reasons to react to that name because of recent. Yes, Maverick, Le Gasp. There we go. That's what I wanted. They actually misspelled his name. They put an E on the end. But I have a particular reason to pay attention to that name because of the work down in Swindon with the old Lotus Munches. Jack Fisk was an early collaborator of David Lynch's. So close that Lynch married his sister. That was his second wife, Mary Fisk. But Jack was there since the very early days working on Eraserhead. So he did that in 1972, or he'll have been working on it a lot longer than that because Eraserhead took about 5 years to complete. And then Eraserhead comes out, makes a ton of money in, ridiculous amount of money for what it was, gaining a cult following, getting Lynch some attention. And from that, I think Jack Fisk is able to pivot his involvement and get in on this and make this. And I think that sort of Eraserhead connection explains a fair amount of what's going on and also helps us work out a little bit of what this film is trying to do. But that's just my David Lynch autism filtering into this movie. I'm for. I just didn't want to bully the guy. Come on. Right. Terrible. Tell you what, let's switch for someone else. There you go. Mariana Hill. I'm just going to throw this out there, guys. Lana Del Rey?
Yeah. Yeah. I have to get Lana.
Or a very young Sophia Loren without the size of, well, you know.
Her tits, Murgoot. Her tits is what you're saying, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm trying to be family friendly.
That's fine.
We
are family friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking at pictures now. Yeah, I do see it actually.
Yeah. We're Lana Del Rey appreciators round here.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but I would say that
In These Goings Down is right. She was in High Plains Drifter, indeed. She also had a chance. You nearly got a double dose of Mariana Hill in this arc. She appears in another horror film that I considered it was extremely obscure. But I sort of figured that TCG and Murgoot wouldn't forgive me if I made them watch an adult diaper movie. So you dodged that one, guys. I'll leave that to people to research what one that might be in their own time. But you nearly got that, and I like her, but I don't know if it's worth it. Right. We're getting a bit distracted by this picture, aren't we?
very
terrible distraction. I mean, I hope I'm not out of line saying this is a very horny movie.
big time.
unashamedly. I mean, our
Without showing
aristocrat
much.
with this. He doesn't show much, but the aristocrat with all the swag. I mean, he's
Yeah.
trying to build a bit of a harem, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Should we maybe do people a favor if they haven't done the homework? Oh, before we go and do a pint of Guinness summary, although any summary is going to not hugely clarify it, but we'll give it a go. But before we go into a pint of Guinness summary, Distant Night has sent in another super chat, which is very welcome. $5 Aussie are going saying power level. It's over 9,000. Every one of you sort of instantly triggered with a "what 9,000" response. Thank you very much, Distant Night. Always appreciated. TCG, would you be able to give us what is on the back of the VHS for this film?
Oh God. Yeah, I'll give it a go. So Lana Del Rey goes to place where her father was living. She's not heard from him for a while, and they're a bit worried about his whereabouts. She stumbles across a man and his, I thought girlfriend, but his traveling companions. And they learned throughout the course of the movie that the town that they are residing in at the moment isn't all it appears to be. It appears that something happened 100 years ago, which might be coming back, which makes the people of the town go a little bit loopy and a little bit hungry for long pig. It's rather
much.
Stranger has returned.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep. The town are awaiting the return of the Dark Messiah, and the influence of the red moon that heralds his return is basically, in a very Lovecraftian sense, transforming all of them. We also get your standard horror fare of the group are picked off one by one, well, particularly the disposable Totty get disposed of in some absolutely incredible set pieces. And, well, in conclusion, that's a little harder to explain, but I'm sure we'll get to it. I'm sure. Yes. But like covering that, I think doesn't hugely help unpick the film. Like it has all the trappings of a disposable horror, but it's clearly something more going on here, from that Lovecraftian influence that we talked about, which alone, just my gosh, it made me think. Did you guys think of In the Mouth of Madness when you were watching this?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe a little. I was thinking more Salem's Lot, as I was saying behind the scenes. Salem's Lot via Day of the Dead, only with unintentional humor rather than smart humor.
I find it very hard to know what they were intending to be humorous or not in that. Honestly,
the theater scene with the Western was absolutely hilarious to me.
Yes. But is a scene like this intended to be humorous?
Yeah. I found it quite funny.
Yeah.
It just there were some bits for this in this film. I will say that it didn't really feel like there was any urgency from the character. So the girl, I'm terrible with character names as per usual, but one of the traveling companions decides that she's had enough, and she's gonna go home. So she hitchhikes with this dude, who then is like, "Yay, look at my diet of beach rats. Okay, cool, brilliant." She gets, so obviously he pulls over, she gets out, carries on walking after she's made a few excuses for him to stop, and she ends up at a supermarket, and there's a guy who's looking at her suspiciously that is walking towards the supermarket. Now, she could have just carried on walking and, carried on going along her merry way, but no, she decides to go and look for this dude for some reason, comes across a bunch of people munching down on the raw meat section.
Mm.
That sounds very dodgy when you say it like that. When I say it like
There
that.
you go.
That
There they
quite
are.
literally. There we are.
Chowing down, tucking in.
And then they decide, oh, actually, we'll eat you instead. So she's running along. They're chasing her, but there's no background music to sort of like put the viewer in the shoes. Like, this is a dangerous situation. You know, that kind of music you get. You know, it didn't sort of set the scene. It was just, all you could hear was just shoes like clonking down on the old floor of the supermarket, and her face just looked bored, and she was practically jogging, and they were just sort of like skittishly chasing behind, but it didn't really work for me. I have to say, this could have been freaking awful. The only saving grace I think from it was when they all eventually like piled in on her and were starting to like, it was sort of doing that very 70s sort of thing where they would sort of pan away, pan back, pan away, pan back, you know, just give you like glimpses, presumably because obviously budgets were low and so they couldn't really go all out in the makeup, the makeup and visual effects department. So we'll just do that. That worked, but everything up to that point didn't for me. I have to say, very disappointed. She did not look like her life was in danger. She just looked mildly bored as she was just jogging through this supermarket.
Yeah,
I mean,
do you think it was the light? Because she was a fairly attractive woman in all the earlier scenes, and then in this scene specifically, she looked really quite dowdy.
I think really,
I wonder if it was just unflattering light and she was knackered.
I mean, maybe, but I didn't really see it for that. Yeah, that's another thing as well. It was brightly lit supermarket as well. You know, it would have been quite cool if the lights had been dimmed down, because it felt like this might have been after hours. So the supermarket might not have been, you know, depending on, I don't know, it depends on the time. It could very well have been open, but
decent chance of filming at 3 a.m.
Yeah, I think but I think it would have been better if like, you know, like the night lights were on, because, you know, it was closed, but officially closed, but unofficially someone was letting people in to chow down on the raw meat. And then she just happened to come across that and sort of investigate, find out, oh my God, you know, that low light might have added to it, but I don't know. I didn't. So I'm of the opposite opinion, John. I think the dim light, I think the light, I don't know, man. It just didn't work for me. It didn't work.
No, I can see that.
Yeah.
I think they were trying to make a point, but that point may have undermined the horror. Just before we go further, we have had some support in from Mr. Gently Benevolent. He's come in, dropping $5 Aussie. I'm entirely supported by Antipodeans, and I love it. Although, if any Americans want to get in there and compete, you are, of course, welcome. Mr. Gently Benevolent, long-standing friend of the channel, saying, remember to share your crack Professor Properchew and Mr. Goot, TCG. Also, thanks for not streaming yesterday and getting more LNG blown up.
That's fine. I saw Trump apparently today was sitting with the Prime Minister of Japan, and a journo said to him, said to Trump, you know, why didn't you tell us in advance that you were going to be bombing Iran, and you know, and he was like, oh, you know, I wanted to give him the element of surprise, you know. I mean, who knows better than that than Japan? And the Prime Minister's face just sort of goes, oh, it's like, why didn't you tell us about Pearl Harbor? Like, oh no.
Trump's on a roll.
I tell you what, that guy is the foot in mouth moments. I think is starting to ramp up a little bit with that guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all here for it, but yeah.
Oh no. Distant Night has followed up, making darn sure that no one out super chats him, saying, "Booth seating candidate." Have I missed that? I am not following that one, Distant Night. Help me out. I am slow tonight. What is that super chat about? Help me out. I'm sorry, I'm feeling dense. Super chat is very much appreciated. I'm not understanding it at the moment. while we wait for an explanation of that, let me throw in what I think is going on here, which might inform the reading. One of the things going on is that there is a real meta interplay between, the idea of the an art dream world and reality. We will touch that later. That's tougher stuff. But there's also, I think, quite an interesting message here, very much in line with Romero and Dawn of the Dead, that really matches, someone with Jack Fisk's perspective. Okay, it's a really Lynchian message, basically about consumerism. Basically, the artistic types, the people interested in the story, kind of being, literally consumed and torn apart by suburban modernity and normality. Basically, the people there, when they're called zombies, what the film basically means is their creative spirit and freedom has basically been stripped out of them. And so two really key scenes of this are this devouring the woman in the supermarket. It's that reducing to a product. So she's there to be consumed in the supermarket. There's a lot of irony there. She's basically productized. You flash from her being devoured to just various products in different aisles. Not super subtle, but we appreciate it, even if we didn't like the lighting. And there's a very similar message in the absolutely amazing scene in the cinema later, which no doubt we'll discuss. Yes, exactly, Laku. Zombies equal consumers. Very much what they're getting at here. The artistic spirits just basically forced out, oppressed, treated as consumables, torn apart by the culture.
So what you're saying is, in the zombies' minds, all they hear on loop is don't ask questions, just consume products and then get excited for next product.
100%. 100% is what I'm saying. Yes, they all take that. The J from Red Letter Media line. In these goings down has risen to the challenge. Thank you very much for supporting my my low-level baiting. Very much appreciated. Saying some American dollars that I probably need to fill my gas tank. Oh, we all need to get the bikes out, don't we, lads?
Yeah. It's gone up 11p since I started streaming, stopped streaming, and which meant Trump was like, "What, TCG's not streaming? Right, that's it. Blame Iran."
Okay, much appreciated in these goings down. Much appreciated. So, what do you think of that reading that's being sort of thrown in? That this is the hippie creativity being basically ground down and eaten up by, suburban mundanity.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down for that.
That and the vibes. I said backstage, if the director had the money, he would have bought the rights to Hotel California.
Mm-hmm.
You can always check in, but you can never leave.
Yes. Yeah. But somehow I think, they did not have the money for that.
No.
Bless
Not
them.
at all. Especially since the Eagles were some of the best-selling artists at the time.
Gosh, can you imagine? Imagine what the rights to that would cost. Oh, that'd be crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Wow. Actually, sorry, it just dawned on me that $10 dono about talking about the American dollars to fill up the gas tank. Dude, that albino guy, $2. $2.
God, yeah,
that was at the point where it was 29 cents a gallon in America, and that was considered high.
Brutal.
Hang on a minute.
Do you see she got a cinema ticket for 50p as well? Sorry, 50 cents.
In the club. Right. I need to look at You Can Read the old videotapes because I need to find out, because there was an episode they did on transport. This is back in my childhood days, right? And they did one. Yeah, they did one about transport, and I'm pretty sure there's a petrol station. Sorry, we carry on. We'll carry on. But it had the petrol prices back in like 1990. I need to have a look now.
Yeah. You go for it. Go for it.
Oh,
It's
I'm
always
doing
worth
that.
doing. This is. I know we do this every single time, but I think it is genuinely interesting. We throw something on from the 70s, and they don't intend it to get the intention, but it's stuff like we saw a current account with 9% interest in what became Jack and Jill, and we're all chimping here in Britain. What's that, Governor? Hang on.
9% for cash savings. What are you talking about?
Who's having a lark here on that? Nah. Yeah, we're totally distracted by that and things like, oh yeah, you can get into a cinema for 50 cents. Absolutely crazy. Has anyone done what's called current money equivalent inflation adjuster for 50 cents from 1973?
No, have you?
I haven't done it yet. I'm going to ask chat. Chat, what is 50 cents in 1973 dollars worth today? Let's find out how much. Maybe she wasn't getting it all that cheap, actually. I suspect that might actually not surprise us. That might work out to about $5. I wouldn't be surprised. That's an inflation adjuster. That's what I'm thinking of. Sorry. It's been a bit of a crazy week, folks. You're lucky you got any of the lobes folk working at all. I'll also give you some backstage details. This has been a week when Little Horror Show has decided that 4:24 is an extremely acceptable time to wake up. And she likes to do so by just at full volume going into her favorite nursery rhymes.
Oh, bless.
Just wait until daylight savings time. That'll become, well,
it'll help. We've got that in a couple of weeks, haven't we?
God, I can't believe how homogenous this video is. It's amazing.
Well, hang on. I haven't got the frame when, that guy's in there. There we go. Mr. GB has worked out it is $5.90.
That is mental.
No, it's still, God. Thank you, Mr. GB. Murgoot, what's the cinema ticket round your way now?
Depends on the theater, but most of them are $9 for a standard theater and $14 for an IMAX.
That's actually quite cheap.
Yeah, that sounds all right. I paid 14 quid to see Scream 7.
I will say, because I get certain discounts, I can pay as little as £5 for a cinema ticket, but standard they're about 13, 14 quid. It is, mate. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, I used to get in for free because my nan used to work in the cinema. But even then, they were like, it was like £3.50.
Gosh. Oh, I remember I had the membership for Cineworld, but otherwise back in the day. But I remember like early 2000s, 4 quid.
Yeah, it's crazy.
4 quid student price. You love to see it.
Today's wages, yesterday's prices.
This is
what these films do. This is what these films do, man. They make you pine for the days of cheaper prices.
We will go into the deep analytical conversation. We will, but while we're on this, I'll try and. I think Distant Night actually got me a shot of the what's the phrase? Refreshment stand. Oh my goodness, I loved that so much. The way it was set up, the candy, the cotton corn and the candy, the cigarettes are just dandy. So let's all go to the lobby and get ourselves a treat. Here we go. Sorry, I can't help it. I don't think I got the lyrics quite right there, but right, hang on. Refreshment stand. Look at that.
That's about right.
That's
for
great.
a current movie stand, aside from it's missing the pretzels and the popcorn.
No cigarettes.
Yeah.
No cigarettes on this one.
Mm,
15 cents for a wiener. Would you get a wiener for 15 cents, TCG?
No, I always carry one with me just in case I need it.
Sensible. You're like the people who sneak their popcorn into the cinema. You don't want to get ripped off.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know why people feel so like suspect about sneaking food into a cinema. You can do that. Like, there's no rule against it. You can just take
depends
food
on
in.
the theater.
No, they're bullshitting you, Murgoot. It's kind of like the McDonald's secret menu. All they're really doing is just shoving 2 hamburgers together and saying, "Oh, look, we made something unique that isn't on the menu." Can I just say as well, this cinema scene really reminded me of Scary Movie 2.
Scary Movie 2.
Yeah, right up to the point where she's up on this, like up right in front of the cinema screen, like arm up. Ah!
I mean, I don't have that arm up. I do have this, but yeah.
Like they're all taking turns.
Yeah, I mean, Scream 2 certainly referenced, but of course, Scary Movie deliberately referencing Scream 2. Oh, great scene. So should we dive into, before we dive into that a bit, I mean, this was the best scene in the film, right?
Oh, it was great.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
For anyone who hasn't done the homework, would you be able to describe just this section in particular? And I'll get into the wonderfully unsubtle. Look how gorgeous
the young
that is.
snake model, who's part of the Transylvanian Count's harem, decides to go to the theater. She goes into the theater. I forget what the movie's name is, but on the billboard. But
Gone with the West, which I think may be quite deliberate.
yeah, she watches it, and it's showing sections of the movie, shows her eating popcorn, and then it shows the townsfolk coming in one at a time or 2 at a time behind her until the theater fills up. And then she happens to turn around, notice them, tries to escape, and gets munched.
Yeah.
Sorry to change subject, but I found an image. I got bored of watching You Can Read. I think I missed the clip. I think I missed the clip, so I just went on Google. A 1993 Finchley BP petrol station. 4-star petrol. Do you remember 4-star petrol?
No, I don't.
Ah, okay. 55.9 pence per litre. 55.9
This is 1990.
1993. Finchley Road.
1993.
This is London, by the way. This is London prices. All right. Unleaded, 50.9 pence. In my neck of the woods, it's £1.35.9. And actually, diesel cheaper, if you believe it, 46.9 pence.
Oh,
It's like 148.9, which is the cheapest in my area. So yeah, look at what they took. I remember in Humanities, we did a whole thing about the protests because they pushed petrol prices to £1 a litre. I remember we had a whole thing in Humanities about it. Look at what they took from us. They took your cheap petrol away.
Greta personally went into a tank with a straw.
Yeah, and siphoned it. Drank
your milkshake. She drank it all up.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does have the look of a gas huffer, but
oh, it is good to have you back, Murgoot.
What the hell is a pence? He's going down.
It's from a British rapper, 50 pence.
50 pence, yeah.
Really
you will find me in the pub. What his popular song? You'll find me in the pub.
Yes.
Drinking lots of beer, mama. If my wife phones, I am not here, I'm at work.
Excellent.
What a song.
Excellent quality. I'm getting nostalgic for that and Goldie looking chain back in the day. People seem to like these Britishisms. It's like we're some sort of pre-colonial dancing monkeys for them.
Basically.
Like us saying we're going to go and have a butcher's at something, you know.
Oh yeah.
Let's try and drop the odd archaic thing, you know. That's you know, when all chaos breaks out in the cinema, there's a right hullabaloo, etc.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, I know you Americans like that sort of thing. Dance, limey, dance.
Get the old
All
Bruce,
right.
get old Brucey out tap dancing.
Nice to see ya.
Nice.
Well, we're dropping all the Britishisms. All right, what's going on in this scene? What is going on here? Like, it's not just effective horror as your jailbait. I mean, I wasn't sure how the movie was playing it. Like, I wasn't sure if she was a daughter, but she's presented in quite a sexualized manner.
No, I don't know. I don't think so.
Clearly stooping her.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get the inclination that she was jailbait. I think they just make. I think she's just young, but like I think she's being portrayed as sort of like like a ditzy kind of sort of immature character. I don't think is she actually
very immature. 80s idealization of the young kid goes to LA for fame and fortune, and she ends up doing exotic shots with snakes for a living.
Snakes are. So that's why Old Snake has that grin.
Yes, people are enjoying the actress's name, Joy Bang. I'm not going to lie, I appreciated it too.
Oh my lord. Joy Bang.
I don't think we said earlier, but that's poor Alicia Cook Jr. You will know from Stanley Kubrick's The Killing. I think one of the very first comments was it Pandora asking if Kubrick saw that film? Very possibly. I mean, if he's following up with the star of The Killing. Yeah. So that's Alicia Cook Jr., also Maltese Falcon. But of course, we love him for Rosemary's Baby, among other films.
Oh.
Yes. He's the real estate agent showing Guy and Rosemary around the apartment.
John's absolutely right. She wouldn't have to schlep out to LA now, not with OF.
No, she could stay where she is, you know. But yeah, I felt she was meant to be somewhat uncomfortable because you're not super aware, like what's a relationship? Like, it's very weird when we first see her. You know, like there's the I can't remember any of the names. I'm sorry, Tom and the woman who gets eaten in the supermarket. They're just on the bed, and then she's there, and he says she's half girl, half child, half woman, half wit. No, half girl, half child, half wit. I'm like, I don't know. It was slightly creepy the whole time because you just don't really know what's going on with her.
Yeah, and it's like, hey, you're an idiot. You've just insinuated that I'm 1.5 people. So what's the matter with you, mate? You can't even do fractions. Twat.
Panji has also noticed something very interesting. Yes, that stuck out to me as well. Yes, they are in room 237. Purely accidental. But it's got a certain now has a certain extra piquance to it. If people are wondering, is that accidental? Absolutely. The Shining comes out in 1980. The book wasn't even being looked at till 77 in the unpublished draft. And even in the book, it's 217. So it is just a weird, creepy coincidence that we just appreciate a bit more. But yes, back to the cinema scene. Yes, Kiss Tomorrow, Goodbye is a real movie, but of course she is not seeing it. She says Gone to the West, so it's just a very interesting direct message.
Right.
But
yeah, okay, that's brilliant. Okay,
yeah. Okay. One of the really interesting bits, though, bearing in mind red is a very loaded color in this movie. It's sort of the color of doom and harbinger. She goes in, the whole cinema is red. What I found super, super interesting is she goes in and the guys are looking directly at her.
Yeah.
You know, it's that thing of she is the show. Just like her mate who was nommed up in the supermarket was the consumable. She's had to see the film, but like the film is kind of a nonsense. Like there's no way that was the real movie. Like it was clearly cut up with just to only have the high action stuff with nonsense sound effects played over it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the idea is like she is the real entertainment. They're all focused on her, you know, she's watching that, but then the people slowly crowd in and actually they're all just focused on her, just as we are focused on her. There is a level of meta in this that I just haven't quite got my head round. I'll throw that out to you guys. All right, you know, this is a film I want to think about a bit more, but I think there's clearly something else going on here. Like, Murgoot, did you get the meta vibe from this?
They're talking about Hollywood.
Your average Hollywood consumer, but I didn't watch the film that deeply. I caught the very blatant stuff, but I didn't see the overall meta vibe. Although I do have to say, we kind of glossed over things. In the beginning, I thought the whole Transylvanian aristocrat, I thought he was the dark man, the dark stranger at first. Kind of a red herring. He ends up being one of the innocents, which is, yeah, it was kind of effective for factors of effective, but
he may or may not be innocent. Maybe
he's not a zombie and he didn't bring them.
Well, I don't know. Now, this definitely needs a rewatch. Like there's stuff obvious in this, but there's also more subtle stuff. Like the idea is that the Dark Messiah. I mean, we have glossed over this. You're completely right, Murgoot. This is called Messiah of Evil. It's really worth asking. Okay, who's the Messiah? Wait, who? Well, we do see someone. I will try and get you the screen cap. So, the Messiah of Evil in the title, although bear in mind it was not produced under that title and it was released under many others. So maybe don't take the actual Messiah of Evil as that important a character. The title is a tad misleading. Is this guy who comes in nominally looking like a preacher, but not a preacher for Jesus. And the setup is that he's meant to return from the sea, right? Now, he is played by the same guy who plays Tom. I will try and grab you a screen cap of Tom just so you can appreciate him. Here we go. So that's the exact same actor. I'm going to switch the images now. So Dark Preacher, Dark Messiah, Tom. It's the same guy.
Is it?
It's the same guy. Yeah, same guy plays both of them. But at the end, Tom and Arletty try and escape out in the sea, right?
Yeah.
Tom drowns. Arletty escapes. But later she confirms in the voiceover epilogue that the preacher did come out. Now, is that like Tom, who was in the sea, being reanimated and arising again? And then coming out of the sea and being the Dark Messiah? I do not have enough footage of this. I am only speculating because I think this is some of the stuff that was never filmed.
I don't know.
The chaotic production makes it hard to say, but I think that might be what's going on, that he he is the Dark Messiah, but he does not know.
So you think it might be like some sort of subconscious act, because the film does make it very clear that this Tom guy does feel very drawn to the area, and it's very apparent that like they're not leaving anytime soon, which just so happens to be around the time all this like blood moon stuff is going on. And he does seem to be quite he does seem to be immune to the effects as to what's happening.
Yeah. I think that might be a possible explanation. But
I think it could make sense.
I'm not.
Yeah. He seems more, when he's hiding behind the car and various other places, he's more curious than afraid.
I think it needs a rewatch with that in mind, but bear in mind, it's a chaotic production. I'm just trying to piece it together, but I think that's in there. There are things like a lot of stuff is not completed in this, like the prologue stuff that we talked about right at the start. We really don't get the details.
No.
I thought we'd find out who that guy was.
Well, this is why I was saying it was Lovecraftian, because it does feel like there's a lot of unexplained things happening in the film, and so you're kind of left to infer, or you draw conclusions from the information that you have available to you. There's nothing out there that like shows you the evil, doesn't show you the beast, doesn't provide a clinical enough explanation. It's just sort of we'll feed you snippets, we'll give you a little bit, and then we'll just say, oh, but we can't explain it all, so you try and figure it out.
I mean, it ends with your protagonist in an asylum proclaiming impending doom that will soon take over the world.
Precisely.
That is as Lovecraftian as you can get. Although, where are we? I did think there was a certain horror at Red Hook element, but
yeah, I can see that, especially with him in it. But
also a deep fear of coloured people.
Yeah. Oh no, the rainbow people. It's a rainbow person attacking me.
If you're only listening, that won't make sense. But I highly advise you watch the screen.
Audio description for the audio description. It is a man covered in paint who is the character,
like the Blue Man Group.
Who is the father of the main character, who has succumbed to the infection, should we call it, or the things going on, and now he's trying to actively kill his daughter. And interestingly, the homeless man who you see when Tom's first introduced does sort of go, spoiler alert, you need to kill your dad, and not just can't bury him, you're gonna burn him. And
so that's fresh
exactly
paint,
what she does.
turpentine, and the smell of long pig when Tom comes in, holds his nose. Yeah, that's a good way of lighting him on fire.
It was ingenious, and it did look good. It looked really, really good.
Yeah, I like this.
We said we'd try and keep it concise, so we should get into it now. Like this stuff, it looks a bit goofy, but you might wonder, why do this? Why is this? Why do this? Is it just because it looks interesting? I think it feeds into the other main theme we talked about, this kind of weird way where art is a crossover between the worlds. Bearing in mind, like the cinema scene, we have this reversal where she is watching a film, but we are through the other side. Like we're watching her from the perspective of the screen, right? We're her entertainment. She's our entertainment. And the zombies are sort of getting this transmission from somewhere else that directs their attention to her, to consume her. So her friend was consumed away consumable products are. She's consumed like consumable art. We sort of done that commentary, but it's also the idea of this sort of two worlds separated by something, and those other worlds, that other realm, in a very Lovecraftian sense, is kind of represented in this film by art. I'm sorry if I'm incoherent. I do stress. 4:24 a.m. And we see the
Hickman's
earliest example.
model-esque. He turns into a ghoul and gets painted blue.
Maybe. I don't know my Pickman's model, I'm afraid. But
Read it.
I know I need to. You're not wrong. I think when she goes into the house, or which is I believe isn't it a lighthouse? Anyway, her dad has got the paintings on the wall, and the paintings, like the first one we see, is a sort of forced perspective trick, right? The art makes it look here like it's a realm we can see, but can we get to it or not? It's an artistic representation of that, and we get it a lot. This sort of question of like, is the art real? Is it like you've literally got a painting that is a door. We've got this clue here. We got people being watched by the paintings. It is that idea of like connected realms being put forward. So I think they were getting at that a bit, and that's a very. Sorry if I've said David Lynch a lot, but Lynch is such a major influence on this, because of the Jack Fisk's connection to making Eraserhead, all the way up to Straight Story. I think was the last thing they worked on together. So it's knowing his involvement, I can look out for stuff like that and spot it. Unfortunately, I can't spot all the super chats, and I missed one that was sent in a while ago. I'm very sorry, Distant Knight. Distant Knight sent in $5 Aussie saying TCG always has his jar of pickled wieners on him.
I do indeed. Like I said, yeah, absolutely. Like I said to you, I always carry some on me just in case.
Yeah.
I always have at least one on me. But I thought the father was quite an interesting one. Because if you look at the art that he has in his home, it looks very ordered, it looks very neat, it looks very, obviously well drawn and whatnot, and well painted, all that stuff. And it just feels like it's almost like an animalistic way of expressing that sort of primal instinct. So he's still trying. There's still an element of him that's trying to sort of be who he is, but it's portrayed in this just violent, aggressive way, and he himself effectively becomes almost like an avatar of chaos and destruction through just the absolute like running headfirst into paint and stuff.
Well,
so
I think your idea is great, and it's supported by stuff like he chucks red paint around that looks like blood.
Yeah,
he is super chaotic.
Now he looks like Trump.
Kind of does a bit. Kind of does. I mean, it's an incredibly memorable scene. I think it'll be challenging for a lot.
I really like this scene. I thought it was quite cool.
It's like extremely memorable. Like they pile the imagery on here, and this is where we also get the people like pressing in, like the idea of pressing through the screens again. The screens, guys. I'm going to push this theory. I need to rewatch this and think this out. I swear there is something about realms being burst, and they're represented by screens and art. This is us pressed against the screen, delighted. But yeah, this scene of all the chaos accumulating is actually fantastic. What actually comes afterwards, I think something of a damp squib ending. Is that fair to say, folks?
Yeah.
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 pretty stereotypical. I mean, it's a Lovecraftian ending where your protagonist ends up in an insane asylum, basically babbling about the truth, and nobody believes them. And even the truth for them is corrupted, but it's kind of a cop-out.
And dropping like, oh, by the way, yeah, the Dark Preacher, the Dark Stranger, oh yeah, he did return. Here's some footage we used earlier.
Yeah, he came back, honest.
Oh, did he? Oh, right. Yeah, it's quite underplaying and very, very messy. There may be an ending that redeems it, a deeper reading, a sort of twin perfect unraveling of the deeper messages. But I will need to watch it again to find it. So on my first viewing, it did feel a bit like, and we ran out of money. So
yeah, film ends, roll credits.
Like, here's this great denouement. It's weird because like a lot of these films of this era, you'll remember they're quite fond of like ending almost like directly after the climax. Like there's very little epilogue in them, I tend to find. They like to sort of get you to that high point of chaos and then they're done. And often, they've done the full credits in front. So it's just something filmed in Shepperton Studios and it's over. Goodbye. And you're like, oh, hang on, what? What? When did that happen? They catch you out. Some of them, they aren't hanging about. They just, yeah. Whereas this, yeah, I found it did. Oh, Dylan Roth. Dylan. Terrible, terrible, terrible.
Don't we all, Dylan? Don't we all?
Yeah, it's. I did find it a bit weird, man. I suspect that was a production thing, but it's
yeah, but this one wasn't a happy ending, Dylan.
Well, it depends on your perspective, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Cigarette, please.
Gosh. Also, we forgot the throwing up worms. True.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot of memorable imagery, to be fair. That wasn't high on my list. I tell you, I did find the bit kind of. Let me put this to you guys. Did you find the film slow?
Yeah, big time.
Okay.
Actually, I didn't have a problem watching it. Usually, if it's slow for me, I have a problem with it. And this time, I really didn't.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. I will be a centrist cuck and say I didn't find it overall slow, but I did find a problem that the protagonist, Arletty, became quite uninteresting. Like, sort of once she arrived in the place, it was like she stopped being the protagonist because she stopped driving the story so much, and she started just sort of losing momentum as she fell under the influence of the Red Moon. I mean, it's tragic that she does, etc., but it's also
as she slows down, Tom picks up.
Totally. Yeah. Yes, David Owens, centrists, the true enemy.
Yeah. What was interesting as well, actually.
Here, just quickly, go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to say that's right. You tangent away. I'll put a bookmark in this for now. I'll let you.
Okay, it's just really small and stupid, but I was doing some work on cluster modeling, right? And when you make a cluster, you basically locate a group identifiable by the midpoint of the averages of various aspects of it.
You're robotic.
The main point of this is the midpoint of a cluster is called a centroid. And that word delighted me because it sounds like a political insult on Twitter. Like, you can just see someone being written off as a dirty centroid, can't you?
Definitely.
Yeah. Sorry. That was my weird little tangent from today. Just like when I saw centroid, I just remembered it, that I love that word. Please start using centroid as an insult. Anyway, back to you, TCG.
I've actually forgotten what I was going to say now.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
No. Oh, no, it's gone again. Hang on. Oh yes, no, I've got it back. Got it back. So Tom gets encountered by a woman who's like, "Oh no, they're attacking me. My child's in the house. Help!" And he seems quite nonchalant about it. Like, yeah, sorry, I can't help you.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was quite interesting. Which kind of actually, if you want to go with Tom is the big bad evil thing, kind of does add weight to it, given that he's like, oh no, sorry, there's nothing I can do, I can't help you, I'm really sorry about that. And then obviously her eye starts bleeding, she's like, oh no, it's too late, and he's just like, too bad.
Yeah, maybe. I think maybe on a second reading we're going to have all the evidence we need that Tom may not be aware of it, but he is in fact the Dark Stranger himself.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. You're very welcome, David. You're very welcome. Well, that's just before this scene, isn't it? Where the cops shoot the zombies, and
yes,
this was such a Romero scene. This felt
100%.
So
yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. It's the idea of them actually zombies, though. It's definitely doing something else, something more Lovecraftian than that, but it is.
Mm-hmm.
I can see why they tried to pitch it as a zombie film to people to catch unwitting punters.
Yeah.
Well, folks, if it is all right with you, I know it's cheeky, and we are not going to meet with Super Nanny's approval, as we will not have talked for longer than the length of the movie. But I am really feeling the effect of the 4:24 a.m. wake up.
Sure.
I know. Thank you. Would you guys be okay if we moved into closing thoughts and scores? And then I think we'll hit our 9:30 target.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. I'm happy with that.
Well, Murg, would you, if you got your thoughts ready, go for it, and then Murgoot, and then I'll round off. Hit us, TCG.
So I thought this was a very clunky movie. Like you said, very, very slow. Some of the scenes didn't quite work for me as much as I would have liked. That little supermarket bit, I thought could have been better. That said, really did like the cinema scene. Just purely because it reminded me so much of Scary Movie 2. It played like it beat for beat. It was brilliant. As well as the dad going all crazy. I quite like that. And the albino geezer being like really weird as well. With the beach rats. Which was quite cool. But yeah, no, it had potential. It was a shame the way it kind of ended, sort of like abrupt, almost abruptly. But yeah, it felt very Lovecraftian. And yeah, you could tell it had Romero's fingerprints all over it in terms of the inspiration, like with the zombie, like with the I don't know if you can call them undead. They're not really, but I'm just going to call them that just for the sake of this final bit. But yeah, the undead act is very sort of Night of the Living Dead style of makeup. So I mean, overall, probably not something I'd recommend to like friends and family, but it had some good bits. I was happy to watch it. It was, I think, 7, but I'm going to go 7. I was going to go 6, but I kind of talked myself up now to about a 7. So I'll say 7 out of 12 burgers, but replace the Angus beef with 100% prime beach rat.
I think that is very fair. I'm chuffed to hear a 7 from you. I was not sure where you were going to go on this one, TCG.
It's watchable. It's watchable.
I'm super chuffed with the 7. Watchable and some bits really, really enjoyed. I'll take that. I will absolutely take that. Brilliant. Whew. I'll be honest. I'm happy to get out over a 6 on this one because I'm worried you would hate it. All right, Murgoot, how about yourself? Where are you scoring this bit of prime schlock?
Okay, I found it kind of kitchen sink, Lovecraftian aspects, Romero aspects. Tried to be a bit horny, which it almost failed at. It tried to be romantic in parts, and it failed miserably at that. There were some good shots. There was one great shot, which was the movie house. But there were some bad shots too. I mean, the meat department, yeah, I agree with the lighting, but they were on the cheap and they kept the lights on because it saved on lighting costs. You could tell they were doing it because they were running out of money. Whether Tom was the Dark Man or not, whether it was a red herring or not, the ending was pretty trite. The voiceover. Overall, I'd give it a 6 burgers with a little bit of ketchup, a lot of paint, and well, as TCG put it, it's beach rat meat.
Has to be. Has to be.
And for 70s schlock, almost no pickle whatsoever. I mean, there's a bit of fan service where she shows her panties, but that's about it.
Indeed. Well, let me throw that up there for you. Are we? No, I'll take that. I'll take that. Yeah, you got me thinking. Actually, Murgoot, that's something we didn't hugely talk about. It is an odd thing how there's. I don't know how to talk about this in a non-clippable way, but like the horniness pickle aspect of this is quite weird because, like, the guy's basically got a harem of three cuties, and he doesn't really do anything to them. And there are things that seem like they're set up like they're going to go into sleaze mode, and they never do. And they're like, I don't have the screen caps, but we get 2 shots of, was it Tony and the other one just coming out the shower, showing like close to something, but then nothing. It's like the film seems to constantly tease you and not go anywhere. And I almost wonder, like, why did you do that? Like, why give the guy 2 girlfriends and have him work on a third, and then it doesn't lead into anything? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's all tease, no.
Yeah. It's like, I don't mind it if it decided to do the classic thing of, just like Eaten Alive, just throw you an entirely gratuitous scene to appeal to one part of the audience. Particularly with this cast, I wouldn't have minded. But, or if it excised it completely. But kind of setting up, like, I assure you, there are some extremely raunchy shenanigans about to occur. Off screen. You're like, oh, why did you do that?
Oh, yeah. One thing that really hacked me off was that the homeless guy got killed off screen.
He deserved better.
Much better. He was the best character.
He's great. We love Elisha Cook Jr. But yeah, I found the persistent level of horniness in the film really quite weird because it just never went anywhere. Very, very odd choice for me. Yeah, I'm never sure how to comment on that stuff. I just found it a weird choice. And it was good that you prompted me to think about it. Right, my own score, Well, I love the Lynchian, so that's always going to bump it up for me. But I'm not going to disagree. It's very janky and chaotic. There are some great ideas here, very much hampered by a lack of money and probably lack of experience because they ran out of money. Stuff clearly wasn't filmed, even resulting in the bit that it just really seems like they ran out of money at the end. And so they just had to drag it out with a bit of a narration, which is a real shame because the opening prologue and scene in the hospital set you up for absolute glory. And they have some great set pieces that are scary they're scary on their own. They build on their own. Obviously, cinema scene, prime example. But just the rest of it is quite uneven, and there's definitely a protagonist problem. So, lots of genius and brilliance in this, but unfortunately delivered very jankily. And that is going to hamper it and harm it. I also get the feeling it was cut down a bit because, I don't know, someone being torn apart, I'd kind of expect to see a bit more blood, like we got like a few frames at most, almost like they're trying to hide that they didn't have money for effects. So I'm gonna bring it down for that as well. Sorry to say. So I come out very fond of this. This is an 8 for me. Fond, interested. If I can piece together a more coherent reading of some of the deeper ideas, I will bump it up even more. But at the moment, it just seems like a really fascinating, chaotic hodgepodge of surrealness that is very elevated over other similar fare it might be mistakenly bundled in with. Can totally see why this is a cult movie and would recommend it. Not perfect, but well worth a watch. It is interesting. And it seems like we're not too far apart. I'm seeing 7s. I'm seeing 9. 7. 6. Not capturing everyone. That's okay. Dylan gone for 13 burgers. Doesn't even care. Tony Todd presumably was Dark Stranger and he arrived off screen. I can respect that. Yeah, a 9. Yeah, okay. I'm happy with this. Seems like we're broadly in the same area. I can go with this. Good. I'm so glad this was recommended, honestly. Brilliant suggestion. It was that or the Asphyx. And well, anyway. In these goings down, I sent in another $10, very much appreciated, by the way, asking, by any chance, do I have that American Nightbook by Stephen Schroer? I do not. I do not have that resource. I am going to look it up right now. Let me... I've got it as Nightmare USA. Ooh. Oh, this looks interesting. Thank you for the tip. Let me have a look at that. If that's covering what the era I'm hoping for, then that is looking pretty good. I will say I do have a bit of a gap for the post-2000 stuff as well, so always like more research around there. So thank you for the tip in these goings down. Don't have it, but I think I will get it. Much appreciated. And Distant Night is coming again with 8.5 rat meat burgers, plenty of stodgy ketchup, phantom pickles. Indeed, the pickles did not deliver. Huge serving of chips. Visually stunning, albeit jankily filmed and cut. Very fair, but I'm very glad that you still managed an 8.5 burgers on that one. Chuffed. Thank you very much for the $5 in all support throughout the stream, DK. Very much appreciated. Lovely stuff. The Sleaze Merchants by Kevin McCarthy. I haven't heard of that, Dylan. I will look that up. You're a man with very good recommendations. Laku, ending really ruined the rest of the movie. I get it. It is. It's a bit of a downer. It's a bit of a downer, unfortunately. It could have had a really good payoff, but alas. All right. Well, folks. Oh, hello, Joe. Good to see you dropping in. Very nice to catch you on a live stream. Well, folks, as I mentioned, absolutely dying from lack of sleep. So thank you for bearing with me. We'll round things off here. I will give you your horror homework. You may remember at the very start of this arc, TCG was given a choice of keeping it classy or going schlock. What did you choose, TCG?
Schlock. I want schlock.
Damn right you did.
Damn right I do.
And so you're giving us another David Lynch connection. We will go next week to round off our obscure 70s horror oddities arc. I can't say it. Sorry, guys. Our obscure 70s horror oddities arc with Girly from 1970, featuring Vanessa Howard, who we all rather enjoyed in What Became of Jack and Jill from 1972. So you're catching her 2 years earlier in another British production, filmed as Mumsy, Nana, Sunny, and Girl. I can never remember it. Americans, you got it as Girly, and that is how I was able to find it. Certain sites of questionable repute have it online. You may find it elsewhere, but I'm sure we are all going to order our legal copies on DVD. I'm sure we will do that. But do give it a go. It's Freddie Francis's Girly from 1970. You may find the British title Mumsy, Sunny, Nana, and Girly. Good luck finding it. Yes, and Distant Night might be able to help you out if you're struggling to find it. I've got no idea, but from the director and the star, I think it'll be fun. I think it's one of those British sexy horror comedy things. I don't know. We're going for the weird stuff this time. We're going for the weird stuff. Who knows how it's going to turn out? Anyway, that is it. You have had your review. So tight. You've had your review of Messiah of Evil. You've got the horror homework, and you've been super, super generous. It's been really appreciated. TCG, Murgoot, the gang is back together.
Thank you for having us, Prop Horror Show. And as I popped in 2 minutes ago, go over to my gaming channel. We'll go live in about 30 minutes. It's going to be a shorter stream, but I want to get this boss battle out of the way tonight. So come and join me over there if you want to carry on the fun.
Love it. Love it. And yeah, Murgoot, absolutely really great having you back, man.
I'm glad to be back. I'm glad things have slowed down.
I'm just glad you're bored of Will.
I got that last text message, like Stansel's flat out and leaking. I was like, what? State secrets? I didn't know he was talking to the press.
The beatings will continue until morale improves.
Oh, that's all right, folks. Great having the stream with you. You've been super generous. You got your horror homework, and I hope tomorrow is a lovely Friday for you. I'm going to sign off now. Go over to TCG's Gaming Emporium in about 30 minutes if you want to catch him over there and get some lovely Metal Gear Solid content.
Well, hold on. You'll get Metal Gear Solid content, whether it's lovely or not. Is dictated based on the skill of my gameplay. I am not on DSP's level, but slightly above it. Dissident Knight can probably more accurately describe my gameplay, as he has been one of the regular viewers over there. But yeah, it'll be fun. Yeah, it'll be fun. Whatever.
It will always be fun. You do a lovely game stream. You do. Ari, I will sign off. Take care, folks. Thanks, y'all. Cheers.
Take care, everyone. Dylan, you're not allowed to enjoy the weather. Stay inside and watch me play video games. And #ShieldGang.